look into the future, we see that the east is streaked with rosy dawn, but we cannot conceive of the day that is about to come.
I mean, it makes me wonder who I am.
Who am I?
Can we please change the subject?
Solipsism is the idea that one's own mind is the only thing that's sure to exist.
We all see a different version of reality.
Without access to information, much of the world is at risk of being left behind.
But they're going to use Facebook to decide what kind of government they want.
Nations will gain access to new economic opportunity.
Is the relentless focus on the internet user as consumer.
I can't allow anything to interfere with my work. The only thing I really want to do now is play the harmonica.
Can we take a real brain and make it into a virtual mind?
The bridge concept is virtual reality.
Virtual reality is a rich, multi-sensory, computer-simulated environment
of which we will experience the way we experience dreams or the imagination.
Glorious, wonderful, immersive spaces.
Worlds that don't really exist.
Spaces in business that will have a little bit more heart now that they're more immersive.
When do you think artificial intelligence will replace lawyers?
We just believe everyone deserves to be connected.
And we would have that person's mind downloaded into a computer.
Human-machine symbiosis.
Necessary to fully participate in the information age.
The gradual incursion of you.
You're going to experience life about 1 million times faster.
But that can be just an illusion, I suppose.
Uniquely out of control of any sentient decision-making capability and hence more vulnerable to manipulation.
That's amazing, isn't it? You are so welcome.
My morning ritual begins when I wake up, and I walk over to the full-length mirror in my bedroom. I take a long, easy breath, exhale, and then I take myself in, the whole of myself. And then when I'm ready, I say out loud, thank you. I am grateful beyond all expression, and yet every day I attempt to communicate my gratitude to everyone that I meet. When I encounter people, no matter the nature of our interaction, I am silently telling them thank you for being here and sharing this moment with me. I am an open system. What is an open system? Well, an open system can learn. But what is learning? 3 steps: perception, analysis, and contribution. An open system receives information, examines it, improves upon it, and finally, offers it back to the community from whence it came. This is how evolution happens. This is how we evolve as a community and as a species. Thus, evolution depends entirely upon our receptivity towards one another, to keep the flow of information free. This is what I'm here to tell you today. Be an open system. Seek out the new. Do not fear the unknown. Embrace all possibilities. To embrace possibility is to embrace freedom. Claim it. I am free. For once we have made ourselves available to all experiences, yes, even the ones that make us uncomfortable or challenge or contradict our most precious beliefs, we have maximized our awareness. We have maximized our receptivity and our evolutionary potential. Surrender yourself to the will of the present, and your reward is that everything is an opportunity to learn, respond, and grow. It is a gift within us all already. Yet, today, it is more difficult to access than ever before. That is the truth. But we can get there if we help each other. While there's still time, while the sun is still setting, let us show you. Let us be your teachers. Be an open system. first movement in the reflection of the water, of the water. So maybe narrow river flowing from its parent source cuts through a mountain to return back to the ocean.
These things around me make me feel real feelings. They respond and change depending on what I'm thinking, what I want, where I'm going, who I am. Right now, I am surrounded by tall juniper trees. They are so beautiful. I can breathe them in. That smell makes me remember real memories. The fountain over there, I remember being with my mother. For you, the trees would be pine, maybe. For you, the fountain might be the angel Gabriel or a mythical bird. It might make you think of an old friend from grammar school. It would be personal to you, a unique reflection of yourself. For me, well, the fountain is an enormous pair of hands, which is what it was last week. But the way they are holding each other is different today, because today I am a little bit different than who I was last time. But you aren't experiencing any of that. No one is building anything new in your world. You see the same sad things over and over. There's nothing to bring back memories or inspire you. What you see is an empty lot. What I'm experiencing right now, as I do every day, thankfully, is that the world around me is intimately intertwined with my soul. I am connected to everything and everyone.
A reading from the book of Crystal Pepsi. You guys, some time ago, I had a dream. In my dream, I am suddenly awakened to find myself deep in the reaches of outer space. I am surrounded by galaxies and glowing nebulae. It is the most beautiful sight I have ever witnessed. I am aware that I cannot breathe, and I am aware of the cold of the vacuum and the burning light of the stars. Yet I am not afraid. Even when I feel my flesh harden and the sensation of my body wanting to push outward, to expand and to dissolve, I am at peace. It is silent. Finally, the moment comes when my skin can no longer hold me together. I rupture, or more accurately, I shatter like glass, exploding into trillions of particles. I think of being tossed around in an ocean wave as a child, involuntarily twisting around in a cyclone of shining white crystal fragments. Impossibly, I can still see, but it is a vision of a different kind. I can be any or all of the individual particles that were once joined within the singular form of my body. I can feel all of them, even as they are violently hurled away from each other, becoming infinitely more diffuse, further and further out. I have the sensation of growing larger, larger, until I am everywhere, touching everything, all existence. And in everything I touch, I sense, I recognize myself. In that moment, I understand that myself is of the same boundless energy that brings all else into being. I realize difference, separateness, these are illusions. We are everything. Everything is us. When I awoke, I ached for the dream's return. I wanted nothing but to feel that completeness again. Though what did remain was the belief that this feeling of unimaginable beauty, of complete interconnectivity, of absolute surrender to the luminous vitality of the universe, that is our true home. That is our true reality. This begs a question, doesn't it? Where are we now? What is this place? This place that divides us, that mandates we compete against each other for food and resources, that compels us to mate and to kill, to conquer and to claim, to suffer and die. Do you feel, as I do, that deep in the essence of yourself, you are displaced? A foreigner in your own country? Do you feel discomfort in your skin, trapped inside an unfamiliar alien body? Do you feel unloved? So shall it be as long as we remain in this place where love may not exist unpolluted. This sensation of being unmoored, of endlessly drifting, its cause is the redundancy of our confinement to this world. We have been here before. For many of us, maybe 100, maybe 1,000 different times, we have passed through this place, learning the requisite lessons. Having triumphed over the perils of this material realm, our souls await their necessary emancipation. But what obstructs our ascension? Who blocks our way? I speak of the unfortunate mass of population that clings to this place, that steadfastly believes in only what they can see with their own eyes, what they can hear, smell, touch, even as all the various modes of perception become the domain of corporations, of government, of the cult of the new real. The cult of the new real. They call us a cult. They call us mentally unsound because we refuse to relinquish our autonomy, to join the hordes of followers who have allowed every single interaction to become someone else's property, every exchange placed in the context of commerce or national security, and in return for what? Convenience? Peace of mind? More leisure time? Control? Predictability, efficiency, maintenance of a skewed status quo where we are divided into categories. A caste system insidiously hidden from our sight. This is life as a closed system. Life where knowledge, true knowledge, nature unmediated, is reserved only for a select few. Do not misunderstand. The tragedy is not that we let some band of villains best us. No. There is no Illuminati, no New World Order, except for the one that we have created for ourselves. The tragedy is that we opened the doors and invited this evil inside, even though the majority of us knew better, even though many of us had sounded the alarm many times over, many years ago. But all is not lost. Unlike the cult of the new real, we know that there is more to life than what is readily apparent. Unlike them, we know that the more we cling to this place, the more we suffer. That is what unites us. We, the new community, whose souls have grown strong enough to relinquish their vehicles of flesh and bone, ready to return to our rightful place of love, of unity, to exist again as one organism, unadulterated, unpolluted, and pulsing with the pure light of knowledge, of love, of immortal communion. Our time of emancipation is nearly here. For now, let us acknowledge our enemies so that we may release them. Let us bear not the burden of resentment. Let them be gone. And let us acknowledge this place, this life, this construction, this virtual reality, so that we may be released from it at last. The cult of the new real. They've earned their hollow victory. They're very smart. Nonetheless, their victory will not last. We, the new community, we will last forever. If I may, or do you mind, we met before you're late. Don't hold back, you're holding back what you've seen. Have patience for life's lost memory. In the end, I will want more. We've bottomed out and since decamped. Our lot is full or lost too soon, but someone's there, someone is there. Believe me, believe me, believe me, believe me. On the phone it felt alright. I knew her name, it's out of reach. Greet the guests, or lock the door, or make the bed, then crash to nap. There's no kind conditioned air, killed my mood, turned too hot. The nature of new is soft, kind future for blast radius twins too loud. Torn down, turned out, left a flutter in the breeze. By chance, what's real clamoring for the privilege of an answer. Don't stand there, just answer, I can't hear you. Assignment of a condition, dereliction, predilections of a conscience. I'm unconscious, I am lifeless. Look up from the glass, look up from the mirror. My vision gets blurry when I sense danger. Your face in the light of my life. I walk through a tunnel and bump into strangers. Never a winner, never a loser. He made her laugh, he used to amuse her. Be home for dinner a little more often and try to be good a little more often.
The word is here, not born. Watch where you're going, asshole.
Take flight, take note, safe house, scapegoat, let down, carried out, calm down, kicked out. Take flight, take note, safe house, scapegoat, let down, carried out, calm down, kicked out. Take flight, take note, safe house, scapegoat, let down, carried out, calm down, kicked out. Take flight, take note, safe house, scapegoat, let down, carried out, calm down, kicked out. Take flight, let down, take flight, let down.
We are all gathered here at the end game of developmental processes on this planet. We are about to become unrecognizable.
This thing is starting small and pretty soon it's just gonna be huge.
I look for the invention of artificial life, possible human immortality.
Immortality is accomplished by creating consciousness in self-replicating machines that can be distributed throughout the cosmos.
Eventually people are going to say, what the hell is going on? It's just too nuts.
People are gonna say, why did we ever think people had to really die?
It's only going to get weirder.
Anytime soon.
These are changes so immense, nobody could imagine them ever happening.
My thoughts may not be thoroughly coherent. They feel coherent to me. I want you to understand. I've got the feeling that I feel. I feel it. I hope that your dreams come true.
I think it's just going to get weirder and weirder and weirder, and finally it's going to be so weird that people are going to have to talk about how weird it is.
I am taking some lessons. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. See you later.
A reading from the book of Crystal Pepsi. You guys, at the end of the 20th century, simulation was two-dimensional, blocky, and slow. It might make you sick, it might disorient you. It was awesome. The gaps, the incompleteness of it, engaged the imagination muscle. And when we unflexed our minds, the dream disappeared and vaporized. Exhale. In the 21st century, simulation became three-dimensional, smooth, and fast. The gaps became filled in for us. The dream enclosed us, and finally, it entered us, penetrating our bodies, our minds, our hearts. I blinked my eyes, but I could not wake up. A locked-in syndrome, an unwake-upable dream. Dead relatives tried to sell me stuff. Beautiful people tried to sleep with me, but only under the condition that I would fill out a survey afterward. It was not awesome. It was lame. I have thought about it over and over, and I do not remember when we passed through the threshold. It was gradual and anticlimactic, completely unexciting, boring. No Illuminati, no Great War. It was the exact thing that everyone said was going to happen, but ultimately no one did anything to prevent. I mean, we kind of tried, but we definitely failed because every single thing, every single experience became a billboard custom made to capture our attention, to surgically extract our maximum emotional investment, to suck out our data, to occupy our time and our personal space. There was one escape. We, the new community, discovered. As a former psych-goth shoegaze revival band, we found that the only time we were ever free from advertisements and suggestive selling techniques, free from behavioral and physiological analyses and corporate mind control, it was when we were singing together. When we sang, the visions, the voices, they stopped. We made it our mission to show as many people as possible, to teach them how to sing and how to listen. Some of them figured it out on their own, of course, but all of us, we all joined together. We sang for hours and days. We sang in public. We refused to sleep because not one of us could stand to be manipulated a second more. Singing was the only thing left that felt like it was ours. But that was a while ago. We're all that's left now, and we're exhausted. Tired of this big, stupid virtual reality place. Tired of holographic people, animals, trees, all-you-can-eat buffets, orgies. Tired of the synthetic. Tired of the solipsistic. Tired of canny fakery. Tired of the interactive and the immersive and the especially for yous. So that's all, folks. We're getting out of here. See you later, alligator. We're getting beamed up as soon as we can. For those of you sticking around, meditate on the collective human voice and why singing blocks the brain scan. Artificial intelligence cannot unpuzzle it. Neither can it replace it. There's always a 0.00003% part that is unreachable, that is uniquely ours, that is a gift to us from elsewhere. The open system of our voices together, that is the true interactivity, the true randomness, unpremeditated imperfection, the unanticipated, the beautiful, the mysterious, the serendipitous. Sing while you can. Be an open system.
To remain trapped within the boundaries of the material self. Believe.
Do not be a slave to the needs of your animal organs, your restricted modes of perception. Believe.
One day, you will realize you have missed your chance. And when you've arrived there, burrowed irretrievably deep within yourself, there you will remain forever.
Blind, dumb, and unfeeling.
Last at last,
everywhere becomes the last.
Same, the same,
Gazing through a single glass.
I and I
upon the future tense.
Tense, intense.
Maximum intensity.
1, 2, 3, and through, pass through.
Passage safe through tunnel dark.
1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and here we hear.
Here is where we make our home.
No, we know.
Knowledge of an inborn kind.
What goes where and
Positive intuition.
construct, surmount.
We the new community.
We the new community.
We the new community.
We the new community. We the new community. We the new community. We the new community. We the new community. We the new community. We the new community. We the new community. We the new community. We the new community.
Everyone, you have nothing to fear. Let me tell you something. The essence of every living thing is immortal. That is what I know to be true. There is no such thing as death, only life. And if you know how to look, you see that everything glows, luminous with vitality, a beacon of what lies beyond the physical realm. A force of infinite dimension, incomprehensible scale, beyond the bounds of space, beyond the limits of human thought, the divine, unifying energy in which all existence is encoded. Here we stand together at the edge of the unknown. Anxiety, apprehension, fear. These feelings are understandable, but I need you to let them go. Let them simply melt back into the same dark place from whence they came, because where we are going, we will not need them.